Heavenly Wife Pam. This is a little different live broadcast we're doing today. We're off to an Arizona State football game where they're going to be hosting the Washington State Cougars. We're making the walk over now from the parking garage, and I've got press credentials, so I'll be able to go down on the field, but I'm not sure if the cell service will hold up for that. But if you're willing to stand by with us, we'll show you what we're looking at here. Not as much tailgating action here as you'll see at other schools around the country, but this is also kind of an odd kickoff time today. It's 5 o'clock kick. And of course, also the Diamondbacks are in the World Series tonight, game 2 of the series. That may also cut down the crowd just a little bit. But we'll walk along here for a little bit, give you a look at some of the tailgating action that's taking place. And you can see the Sun Devil colors are out. And they are getting their chairs set up, got the buffet line going, got their gear ready. Going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully this will be a little bit of fun for you as well. Now that arena over there, that's the Desert Financial Arena. That's where the ASU basketball teams play. It's an older arena, but quite nice, been in there many times. Over here to the right, this is something called the Welcome Tent Revel. Not sure what that is, probably some company. And then up ahead on the sidewalk, you can see a lot of students headed our way. They've usually got a good turnout of students here. So I'll shut up and just let you kind of take in the sights and sounds. There's some more tents set up. Tailgating action. Looks like mostly just drinking action. I don't see a lot of food there, just a lot of drinks. A little bit of cornhole action taking place as well. It's a beautiful day too. Temperature's probably in the low 80s right now, lots of sunshine. These folks, they're hanging out because they're waiting until the stadium opens to get in. So they'll just kind of sit out here in the shade and enjoy the day. There's another little view of the Desert Financial Arena. And we'll be inside there not very long from now because basketball season gets going here in the next couple of weeks. Now, for those of you who are into sports history, Tempe and the Fiesta Bowl used to be the home. Well, the stadium here on the ASU campus used to be the home of the Fiesta Bowl, which of course was a national championship game many times. But now that's played out at State Farm Stadium. In the meantime, it's now been renamed. It's called Mountain America Stadium. And there you can see it off in the distance. Again, not a lot of people out right now, but we got a few here and there. We're also on the flight pattern for Sky Harbor Airport. So you'll see and hear a lot of airlines jet traffic going overhead. So here we are up a little closer to the stadium now. Really, it's a beautiful setting as well. Once you're in there, you've got mountains. You can see it's basically carved out of the side of a mountain. And we're going to be headed over to get our press credentials here in just a minute. That'll be a couple of minutes. Again, not many people here because we're early. Press, we usually get here a couple hours before the game, and we're 2 hours away from kickoff. But I like to get my credentials. I'll go down the field, look around there a little bit, and then we'll go upstairs, and that's where too we get a little buffet dinner. Usually nothing too fancy, but be something to feed us, get us through the game. And there you can see all the security gates that some people have to come through. Again, it's very, very quiet. I don't think this will be a huge crowd tonight. Washington State earlier this year. At one point it was up in the top 15, but they've dropped out of the top 25 now. And of course ASU's had a tough season. They've only won one game. Go up here and get our press credentials. And at some point we're probably going to have the camera turn on its side or something like that. I'm not sure how this will work. We might actually have to come back. So here, we'll pick up our credentials now. And this is where you get your credentials, is right here. Hi there.
Hi.
It's Jack Church, K-Love. Okay.
Here you go, Jack.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Good evening.
All right, so we got our credentials. Let's make sure we got the right game. There they are. See? That's our name on there. All right, sorry, this is going to get really wonky now with the camera. Trying to keep it going while we go inside. So we'll probably have to unplug. We'll have to unplug here. Okay. We're going to record the whole game day experience, so just keep it running.
Alrighty.
We're live. We're actually live.
We are live right now. All right.
You know what your name is?
Love it.
All right.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy the live stream.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's.
Who you live streaming to?
Well, it's a channel called Traveling Jack and Pam, but I'm with K-Love, which is a radio network as well, so a little bit of both. That's why I said we're recording the entire experience today.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
What an exciting way to do it.
She's got to put my armband on. There you go. These ladies, they are the heart and soul of this. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
All right, now, so hopefully you found that just exhilarating. Now we gotta get my badge thing out, which I've got here somewhere. Let me put back in the microphone so you guys can still hear what we're doing. Okay. I'm going to tell you, this is hard to do while trying to run the camera at the same time. So what I'm trying to do now, get my press credential together. And you can see we're now through security and we're in the stadium area. And next up, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to set this down for just a minute, folks, because I've got to get my press credential put together here and on my lanyard that I wear. So there, we'll just kind of set that there. I think you're just looking at the sky right there. So I'm putting on getting the press credential all ready here. All right. Well, you're starved for entertainment if you're standing by for this, but I thought it might be fun for you guys and girls to see what we do here. A little behind the scenes look. There we go. Now I'm going to put my lanyard on and we are ready to go. All right. What do you say we go down the field now? This will be kind of fun. Get a look at what's going on down there. If you've never been on the actual field for a college football game, we got to tell you, it's a cool experience. And so here we'll go right around this little corner. And then we will be out on the actual field of Mountain America Stadium. Now you can see we're down the lower level here. There's all your concession stands and things like that. And we'll see if, and there we go, Phoenix Finest here. Hey, how are you doing?
Well, thank you.
Good. All right, you can see the cheerleaders are all out. They're getting amped up and ready. But we don't have any players out here right now. But here you are, we're actually on the field. We'll continue along here. This is the student section back here, the back of the end zone.
Pretty good. Tired? Yeah.
Getting a little shade here. This is nice. So now you're getting a big view. Remember I mentioned the planes flying overhead? There they go. We are directly in the flight pattern here. Now this stadium, back when it was the home of the Fiesta Bowl, seated over 75,000 people. But they did a renovation and reduced capacity a few years ago. It's now the capacity is around 54, 55,000. And that's actually been good for the university because the Pac-12 is not like the Southeastern Conference. You're not going to have 100,000 people coming to every game, but a 55,000 seat stadium is a good number to have, and you want to have this thing full. And when it's full, it's got a good atmosphere. Now, oftentimes when you're here at the games too, you'll see some NFL scouts. That gentleman there had a Miami Dolphins shirt on, so I suspect he's a Miami Dolphins scout. Going to check out some talent here tonight. As for seeing that talent, well, right now, I don't see anybody on the field player-wise. Lots of cheerleaders, and they have a bunch of them here. Wait a second. Okay, these may be some players down here stretching and all. They're not even in uniform yet. Again, we are here pretty early. There's a player. He's doing some running. We'll continue along the route here. Yeah, this appears, these are some of the Washington State Cougar players. Loosening up, getting work done on them pregame, a lot of stretching. Now, if this were earlier in the season, cramping would probably be an issue here at ASU, when temperatures sometimes at game time were around 100 degrees. But of course, now we're in the cooler season, cramping should not be as big of an issue. But it doesn't mean they don't stay hydrated, because they do. They're very, very hydrated. You want to do that. Okay, this is this is some of the band starting to make their way in the stadium. And here again, you can see up there, we got some luxury suites for some of the bigger donors here as well. And then way up top side, way up there, that's the actual press box. That's people always think sitting in the press box is going to be great for the game. Actually, I don't stay up there for the entire game because you're so far removed from the actual action, the crowd noise, things like that, and you're at the highest spot in the stadium. But you do get a good view. So yeah, we'll kind of continue our walk around the field here. Looks like we're in with the band now, making their way. And again, this is all live right now on the field of Mountain America Stadium. And here you go, in this area here, this would be the sideline area of the Washington State Cougars. This will be their sideline for the game. And then, of course, on the opposite side, that's where the Arizona State team's going to be as well. Should be a decent game tonight. Again, it's Arizona State, somebody made the comment, is probably the best 1-6 team in the nation. And that's really true. Last week, they played the Washington Huskies, who are a top 10 team, right down to the wire. When USC came here and played, they played them down to a touchdown difference. They've played some really close competitive games of late. And they've also got one of the youngest, well, I think he is the youngest head coach in Division I football. Kenny Dillingham is the Arizona State coach. And some have kind of questioned the hire. And yeah, I even thought, I don't know, but they're showing some good signs now. So who knows, this team may indeed turn around. Washington State, for those of you to your college football history, I don't know if you remember, they really got in the spotlight years ago when Mike Leach was their head coach, you know, and they had that explosive offense there. Leach, of course, then later ended up at Mississippi State, and then sadly, last season we lost Mike Leach. Just a sudden illness, and then no longer have Coach Leach with us. But again, it's going to be a good night here as the Cougars will be playing the Sun Devils, the Arizona State Sun Devils, that is. And we're just going to keep this on live for as long as we can. And some people will watch it, some people will not. And that's okay too. In fact, what we might do, let's see, how many people are actually watching? It's hard to tell. Yeah, that's what I thought. 3 people right now are watching. So what we may do is sign off for now, and then we'll come back on a little bit later when things get a little bit more exciting down here along the field, okay? So I think that's what we're going to do. we're going to sign off for now, and then we'll come back just a little bit later when they start to do the player introductions and the band and everything gets revved up as well. So again, thanks for watching. Keep subscribing. Share this. Give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate that. Donate if you like as well. And so we'll be back here in just a little bit. So stick around with us, okay?